Gurubhyo Namaha, Namo Namaha. Welcome to session 9 of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopa Karottam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shangachakrasidarinam Sagasrasirasham Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Shrimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha. Welcome. We are in Sutra 14 of chapter 1. Sa tu Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkara Asevito Dridabhumihi. This is the original sutra. To make it complete, we have to add Bhavati. Satu Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkara Asevito Dridabhumihi Bhavati. What does it mean? We have been seeing practice, Abhyasa. Abhyasa becomes firmly rooted when it is done for a long time, Dirghakala, Nairandarya, without any interruptions. Satkara, with devotion, with reverence. Asevito, if it is cultivated, then it becomes firmly established. That's what the meaning of this sutra. How many words are there in the sutra? Sa, tu, Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkara Asevito Dridabhumihi. 4 words. Out of that, Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkara Asevito is a Samastapadam. It's a compound word. What is the explanatory sentence for this compound word? Dirghascha asau kalascha Dirghakalaha Visheshana Purvapada Karmadaraya Samasa. Now, Dirghakalascha Nairandaryamscha Satkarha cha Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkaraha. This is Itaretra Dvandva Samasa. Then Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkaraha Taihi Asevitaha. Then that becomes Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkara Asevitaha. This is Tritiya Tatpurusha Samasa. If you are a Sanskrit student, you will appreciate. Otherwise, just listen to this. That's all. Okay. Now, what is the commentator says that this Abhyasa is Vittana Samskarena Sahasa Anabhibhuta Sthiti Vishayaka Abhyasaha Bhavati. The outgoing tendency, the outgoing mind, the potential, the tendency of the outgoing mind, it cannot suddenly disturb the mind which is on concentration, which is on meditation. And when you have reached that level, that is called Abhyasa, practice. This is achieved by what? It is achieved by austerities. Austerities means tapas, brahmacharya, and vidya, and shraddha. What is that? Austerity, then brahmacharya, celibacy, then knowledge and faith. That you have to learn first. How you learn? With devotion to the practice. Then that practice becomes firmly rooted. So this is what the commentator says. Then when the mind reaches this steady state of steadiness, then it can happen only in the ekagrata state. We saw that there are 5 states of the mind. What are they? Shiptam, Moodam, Vikshiptam, Ekagratam, Niruddham. In the Ekagrata states only, the Abhyasa becomes deeply rooted. Even in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 45, Krishna says that Prayatnat Yatamanaha tu yogi samshuddha kilbishaha aneka janma samsiddhihi tataha yati param gatim. He says that the efforts you have to strive, you have to put for many births, okay? Then what will happen? It removes all the sins, then you will attain the supreme state. In yoga, what is the supreme state? The freedom, kaivalyam, okay? One of the commentators compares the chitta with a garden and the sattva guna with the fragrant flowers and the tamas and rajoguna with the pest and weeds. So any good gardener will know that, maintaining a garden means what? It needs what? It needs devotion, dedication. Then it requires uninterrupted the weeding and pest control. It requires uninterrupted weeding and pest control. Third, and these two has to be done for a very long time, dirgha kala. So some people think that the siddhi, samadhi siddhi can be attained like this without dirgha kala practice, a long time practice. No, it cannot be possible. It is like a student is going to study all the 4 Vedas. He has studied for 5 days, and if you ask him that you have studied for 5 days, have you not completed the 4 Vedas? He is as good as asking that. It needs a lot of time. Regular dirgha kala means for a long time, without interruptions, with devotion, the practice has to be done. Then, when you continuously practice, as the time increases, then the sattva guna increases. When the sattva guna increases, then what happens? The speed of the thoughts, it reduces. You will have less thoughts per minute or second. Then it will result into viveka, discrimination. And this discrimination will result in vairagya. So if you want vairagya, the continuous practice, the practice for a long time without interruptions, with the devotion is very much important. Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, 34 says that indriyasya arte raga dveshau vivastitau tayoho na vasham agachet tauhi asya paripantinau. When you interact the sense objects, the senses are attracted by the sense objects. And when you are attracted by the sense objects, then what happens? Either attachment or aversion. And both these attachment and aversions are enemies. So you have to be very careful. That's what your Krishna says. Because how we use our sense organs are very important when you are doing meditation, If you are using your sense organs everywhere, whatever you want, you are using it. Then what happens? It creates an impression that is called samskara. This samskara will become active at the time of meditation and disturb the mind. So using this in jnanendriyas, what are the jnanendriyas? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin very judiciously. This sutra is giving a very, very good secret. What is that? Use your sense organs prudently. If you don't do that, then what will happen? Whatever you see, that will become a hear, that will become the impression, and it will come as thought at the time of doing meditation and disturb you. I have been always giving an example of calculator. 5 plus 3 is equal to, if you put, it will give 8. Why not 7 or 9 or any other number? It's because of 2 things. Because you have put the number 5 plus 3 and there is a program which will give 8. Similarly, that inputs, what the 5 sense organs, they are the inputs to us, and the program is the past input as becoming a program for the current input. So then what will happen if your present situation is not very conducive or happy or cordial? That means either your input is not good or your program is not good. If the input is not good, you can decide now from onwards, I will use my sense organs very functionally, judiciously. I would strongly recommend that you keep your journal every day. At the end of the day, write down that how you have been using your sense organs. what are the things you have been watching. Though you watch for a small fraction of a second, if you are involved in watching, it becomes a samskara and disturb the mind at the time of meditation, at the time of dhyanam. So keep a journal and judicially use your sense organs. Okay. I said that the output is equal to input plus program. Input is that input which is received from the sense organs. What happened to the program? The programs are the past input. Then how do I change it now? If you keep on having a functional input, this functional input will overpower the past program and you will get a very conducive results. I will give you an example. Suppose a jar is full of dirty water. Keep pouring good water, then at some point of time, all the dirty water will go out and the jar will have only good water. So this sutra is very practical, very practical. The message it says is, if you want your abhyasa to be deeply rooted, even other than the time which you are doing meditation, you should judiciously use your sense organs, because that can form an impression. For impression is the samskara, which can come and disturb us at the time of meditation. So thank you very much for this opportunity. We'll keep traveling. Gurubhyo namaha, namo namaha.